on our stuff, fundamentals and individual, and got the young guys a lot of work. So it was a long, productive, good practice for us. So pretty uneventful. And we're focusing this week on, or at least these next 2 days, on just us, on self-scout stuff, things that we've seen that we need to clean up, improve upon. Looking at the film of things that have given us trouble and trying to get the corrections made. So that's really kind of all it is. So.
I'll just say this in one question. Can you say anything about the injured?
No, they work every day, with our incredible medical staff to get back out there as quick as they can. And when they're ready to go, they put them back out there and they go. So that's about it.
Do you feel a little less good about injuries? I know you kind of talked about that, and then they all seem to kind of come at once.
No, I feel great. I feel good about our team. They work hard every day. They got a great attitude. They work hard to get back on the field if they're not on the field. They work hard to stay on the field if they are on the field. So, yeah, I'm excited about our team.
Have you started on ASU?
As coaches, yes. With the team, no. We'll do a little bit tomorrow. But it's more important these 2 days that we focus on us and making sure that we have our stuff locked down. We have enough time to work on Arizona State.
Was there anything you saw in the Texas film that you want to focus on fixing this week?
Oh, tons. I could stand here for 45 minutes like I did with the players the other day and go through it. But just, fundamentals, the details. It's just improving on the details, the things that we want to emphasize and get better at.
What did Jerry show you guys in the spring and in fall camp that convinced you that he was the guy to go behind Brett?
Everything that he showed me on Saturday, poise, an understanding of the game, a confidence in himself and the players around him, good decision-making, accuracy, all those things.
Where does Ashanti stand right now? Or what have you seen from him?
Just because Jerry went in that game doesn't mean as a backup quarterback. And we've never determined who's number 2, 3, 4. I mean, we got a whole bunch of guys. Next time, yes, someone has to go in, it could be Ashanti. Heck, Ashanti might start the Arizona State game. Who knows? So we'll see.
Do you need a different starter for the Arizona State game?
We might. Yeah, we never know.
What's the status of Takaris McKinley at this point?
He's practicing with us. Yeah, he practiced today. Looked good. So we plan to use him. We think he can give us 10 to 15 snaps a game, and we're excited about him.
So he was cleared for his knee.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, his knee's never been a problem. I don't know. I mean, it might have been a problem there, but when he got here, he brought his MRI, and our doctor said, get out there and play.
So you done with his acclimation time? Is he in?
No, he just started that. Yeah.
So you think he'll play against Arizona State?
I'm sure he will. Yeah.
What kind of skill set does he bring that maybe you don't necessarily have in other guys?
I don't think he brings anything we don't have in other guys. I think he adds to what we already have with other guys. He's 6'3", he's 235 pounds. He runs a 10.5, 100 meters, and so now it's just getting in the kind of shape that he needs to be to play at this level.
Was it mean to have Josh Rosen signed? And
it doesn't mean anything right now. Our focus is on Arizona State and getting better here. For the future, it's a great thing. It takes a burden off of recruiting a little bit, but right now our focus is just on us. So.
Any kind of plan for scout team scrimmage or a younger guy scrimmage?
We did that today.
You did that today?
Yeah, we'll do it again tomorrow a little bit too.
You talk a little bit about how anyone looked at that?
I didn't watch it. I was with the other guys. We kind of split up at that point in time, and some of the younger coaches took the younger guys, and I was with the other guys. So I didn't. I'll go watch the film of it, but I didn't get to see it.
It seemed like
any timetable for Simon Blanks return?
No.
It seemed like the short pass game was working really well against Texas, and it seemed like it kind of helped Jerry kind of get in a flow. Is that the same sort of thing you saw, or?
Well, I think our run game working is what helped him get in the flow. Anytime you can run the ball and force him into single coverage, then you can do a lot more. And that's I think what helped us is the run game more than anything.
Does it help a quarterback who isn't necessarily, the guy or expecting to come in that day, that you can get started and get confident with some short passes, screens, swing passes, kind of like you guys did against Texas?
Well, if you saw our game plan, you'll notice that early in the game we ran a screen with Brett in there. So it didn't matter if it was Jerry or Brett, that was our game plan. So, that it didn't matter if it was, like I said, it didn't matter if it was Jerry or Brett. We hit a long one early in the game, and we hit one with Jerry later, yeah.
With the bye week, does this give you a chance, recruiting-wise, to get out of state and go see other people across the country?
Yeah, I mean, we've already been out a few days. Our coaches have been on the road. They all went to, well, we went to games in Texas Friday. They went to schools yesterday and Monday and Tuesday. Some of them are probably out right now. Friday we'll all be out looking at players. You only have so many times you can get out of state. You know, this week you can get out of state, next week you can get out of state because we play Thursday. Other than that, it's, you know, in-state guys. So we just have to divide it up and make sure we're hitting the right guys. But we don't want to neglect the in-state guys that are important to us. But you have to capitalize on your chances to get out of state as well.
When you're breaking down a quarterback like Berkovici who doesn't have a ton of stuff on film, what are the challenges as a coach trying to figure out tendencies, those sorts of things, when there's not a ton on film?
Well, you just look at the scheme more than anything. I mean, you prepare for the scheme first and foremost, the player second. So it's not like they're going to change their scheme radically.
What kind of change did you see in Jordan James this past game compared to maybe the games before it?
He took advantage of his opportunities. Unfortunately, you know, I thought Perkins fumbled. You guys were looking at me funny after the game. No one corrected me though. Unfortunately, he fumbled. You can't fumble at that point in time, you know, and you know, you're trying to go win the game and you give the ball up like that. You know, I don't care what you've done before that. That's a big deal. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we're really excited about Nate Starks and the things that Nate Starks is doing, and we're really excited about the way Paul Perkins is running. Mm-hmm. You know, so.
How much has Paul improved in terms of, you know, catching the ball out of the backfield and doing something with it? It seemed like he did really well against Texas.
I think that's always been one of his strong points. You know, is catching the ball. He's got good hands. He seems to be timing up and setting up blocks really well. I think his vision has really improved, and I think that happens naturally when you play more. You know, like you watch him, and I think he's setting things up much cleaner than he would in the past. Blocks, helping his blockers. You know, and that's great to see. And he's running hard. He's falling forward. You know, there's not many times when he gets pushed back. So.
Cool.